What's good? What's good? What's up? Alright, we got about 10 more minutes before the press conference starts. I'll open up a Q&A. If anybody wants to ask me anything. There we go. I got a Q&A going just in case anyone wants to ask me anything. Because it'll be a little minute before they actually get on stage. What's good? So the last press conference was a little, I don't know, I don't like how they don't turn the questions to the media. I think the media will really ask the good questions. We got 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes till the press conference goes live. And we can watch it together. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't like how they don't turn the questions over to the press. They just go like, I wonder if he's gonna ask the same questions or I don't know. I do have a Q&A up if anyone wants to ask me anything about the channel, anything. You can ask questions about me, about, you know. I think I'm in love, say it way too often. I can't play these. We got a few more minutes till it starts. See me in LA, I'll be moving cautious. I can feel no pain rolling up, I'm so exhausted. I'll be so exhausted. Whoa, I'll be so exhausted. I close my eyes, I see the vision. All this weed and got me lifted. Pour 4 and then I finished tonight. I told my mama that I'm with it. Got it solid, it's my kitchen. And I will be going live with the fights also. I will be going live to cover if anyone, whoever doesn't plan on buying a fight. I'll be live watching it, covering everything for y'all. And I also saw. I'm so done with you. I'm so done with you. Whoa, I'll be so exhausted. I'ma roll another blunt, getting lost, I'm never found. Guess I'm never good enough for these bitches in my town. I don't really give a fuck, I'm a king like with my crown. Can't think about them all, cause it all gon' hold me down. I done made it through the storm, I ain't talking NBA. Mama knew I'd be a star, mama look what I became. I got Von up on the phone, said he touched down in LA. I'ma get it how I get it, I ain't changing for the fame. Man, I put it on my name. Let's see how much left. 3 minutes. 3 minutes left. I'm so done with you. I'll be so exhausted. I've just been so lonely, 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 lonely. I've been so damn lonely. These niggas acting phony, 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 phony. Acting so damn phony. Just get out my way. Swerving through lanes, I be drifting away. And I can't complain, swear that I be okay. We are not the same, no, I'm never gonna change. I just keep going, no, I've been so broken. These niggas done changed, yet they knocking my flows in. On smiles, can't tell that my heart just been frozen. Stay low, low, low key, now don't cause no commotion. That's just for promotion, raw is my emotion. These songs that I'm composing, stay fire, that's cause I'm chosen. And I don't do the boasting, but all she do is post them. She like me cause I'm open, and I ain't off the potion. But I might be crispy like a white tee, meditated like Tai Chi, keep a check like Nike. Can't find a nigga that's like me, but I see fuck niggas that's high key. Flying on me most likely, can't fuck with me cause I'm icy. I've just been so lonely, 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 lonely. I've been so damn lonely. These niggas acting phony, 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 phony. Acting so damn phony. Just get out my way. Swerving through lanes.
Alright, there we go. And I'll put up a poll. Give it a pick who they think is gonna win. Alright, let's see. What time is it?
I'm leaning on the fixture.
I got a couple more minutes. Couple more minutes.
They follow me like scripture, and I've been getting quicker. Been had the upper hand, I hand to hand it like we never gon' fall. All my brothers on call. We forever gon' ball. No, it's nothing at all. I've just been so lonely.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hello. Hi Desi, what's up? I know you don't really know, but if you want to vote in the poll, I want to just see who you vote for. All right, press conference is about to start in. Let me see, one more minute. One more minute. The broadcast will start. One more minute. What am I going for? I'm not really going for anyone specifically, like rooting for anyone. I just think Tank will win. But I'm not really rooting for anybody. I just want to see a good fight. And I hope whoever wins goes on to fight like Devin Haney or something, instead of fighting nobody, people that none of us know about. What? Did you vote? Who are you going for, huh? Just based off of their names, I guess, or their pictures or whatever. I don't even know if you can see their pictures. But I'm getting my feelings, I get in my bag. Sorry if you dumb me, no, we can't go run it back. They ain't the first bitch to do the run around. I'm a debut first. Alright, live now. So I'll pull it up because it is live now. Even though nothing, they're just showing the coming soon screen, so I'll still pull that up. I retype like thousands of lines. We done did this thousands of times. I ain't tryna choose another time. Shawty, tell me now if you be really tryna slide. Said I'm tired of all the acting and the bullshit. You pick Tank. Girl, hit me back or I'll be back with a new piece. You know they trash, but you recycling the same dick. Girl, you stay shameless, bringing up they fucking names, bitch. I can't put my pride to the side this time. Before I blow up, I'm just trying to make you mine. But if you wanna pay me for my tickets, that's fine. Alright, so any minute now. This is the broadcast I'm showing right now. So this is just what's on the screen right now. Basic white tees, try and break a milli. I got women lined up on the silly to get faded with me. They get just as freaky in the sheets, try and get naked for me. Yeah. Should have gone opposite of what you said. Why? Why would you go opposite of me, man? Come on now. We all know I predict these things. not tonight, cause you be busy telling another lie.
Alright, anyone joining the stream, I got a poll, and then I got also a Q&A set up. You can ask me whatever you want. You can ask me anything about the channel, about me, anything. Why would you pick the opposite of me though? Just to fuck with me? I don't know. I only pick Tank because it'll be more fun fights, I think. I think he's a more entertaining fighter. Yeah, exactly. Just like going against what you pick. Yup. That's what I thought. But yeah. I just think Tank will be in more entertaining fights for those the other guys. Like the Devin Haney. I think Tank will be a better fight for Devin Haney. I think if Ryan Garcia fights Devin Haney, it'll be boring. It'll be very boring. I think if Tank fights Devin, I think Tank will put it on him. He'll make Devin fight. So I don't think anyone has actually made Devin fight yet. I thought Kambosos was gonna be that guy, but he wasn't. So I think Tank will make Devin Haney fight. So that's why I guess I want Tank to win. And because I think if Tank wins, he'll definitely take that fight next. If Ryan wins, he'll probably fight somebody else that no one really knows before he fights Devin. Because I think Devin is a much harder fight for Ryan. And Devin's a much harder fight for anybody. Just his style is really hard to deal with.
Veins had a heart attack, trying to keep me in your range. Wait, fall back, cause I'm sick of it. Devil and the demon on your shoulder when you listening. Wishing I was special, but you never treat me different.
Why'd you pick Tank? Because instead of just going against what I picked, why'd you pick Tank? Just because you think he's gonna win? Does he look scarier to you or something?
But you won't make a sound. You choose all your efforts, you're up then you're down. This love isn't normal, it's killing me now. Feeling like I'm on a battlefield, I've been now on. First you tell me that you finished, then you said you wanted more. Every day is something different, which you tell me what you want. It's hard for me to reason when you barely wanna talk. Cause I've been on the low and I've been hurting every day. No matter what the story is, I never get it straight. I keep on going back to you, but
hopefully this they don't take long like they did yesterday. Yesterday, man, that 4 hours, man, that's crazy. Cause I think it's cause Tank was running late. See, I won't be surprised if he run late again this one with that flight. He probably just wants to go to sleep. Flying fucking 5-6 hours. That stare down he did yesterday won me over to his side. Yeah, he was staring Ryan down hard. And Ryan, I remember Ryan did look at him in the beginning, but after Tank was staring his ass down, Ryan wasn't really looking at him no more. Yeah, he was staring him down hard. What do you think he's gonna wear? You think he's gonna come out with another fur coat on, or? Nah, they gotta come out with something, cause it's gotta be, they're gonna be in LA, so it's gotta be hot as hell outside, so there's no way they come out there with some jackets on.
so they know we can make a bond. She be looking so bad without makeup on. But the hell is his wife, call me Genghis Khan. Need my check, man, he always gon' run it. Brody capping his rap, he ain't done it. I can miss you, I'm chasing his money. You work for a goal and they start acting funny. Whenever chase, I'm always with my dogs. Yeah, we can hang if a vibe is enough. I be rhyming all the time.
Yeah, it is too hot.
RPX, I be dripping like Voss. Yeah, we be
So, I don't think they'll be wearing coats.
Yeah,
because before they were in New York, so it's probably still snowing over there.
I had to bust on some racks. So many fakes, so I can't get attached. I'm a Carolina boy, now we up on the map. But it's her, she a fan, I won't get on my lap.
Something extra. Maybe we get like a little push or something when they do the stare downs. Maybe we get a push. Something. Nothing fluffy, hopefully something sparkly. Something sparkly. Oh, did you see? I don't think you noticed it. Tank wears like these. He wears these sparkly sneakers. You probably missed it because you know they're sitting on the table and then they don't really show their lower body. He was wearing these like little sparkly sneakers. They have like little gems on them. So you would have liked those. Yeah, you probably didn't notice. If you go to the other press conference and you see them walking up to the face-off, you'll see Tank is wearing like the little sparkly sneakers. I wonder if I don't think he'll wear them. I don't think he'll wear them again for this one, but maybe. Gotta see those. Yeah, you'll like those. Yeah, they got the little gems all over them. I'll see. Well, I'll see if he's wearing them. I'll let you know. I'll let you know if he's wearing them. I don't think so. I think he's gonna switch it up though. I don't think he's gonna wear them 2 days in a row. He got all that money. He can wear whatever sneaker he want. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna change the I'm gonna change this real quick. I'm gonna make sure. All right, yeah. Nah, we good. Still hasn't started yet. Alright. I'll pull it back up. Yeah, it still hasn't started yet.
Pull up to door, my lover. Do what I want, I'ma do it forever. Yeah. I want it all, nothing less. I could do what he do, but I'm doing it better. Yeah.
I wonder if he's gonna wear different chains. I was surprised Ryan wasn't wearing his like he is in the picture there that they got up for the press conference. I was surprised Ryan wasn't wearing that. We'll see. He's from California though, so he might be wearing it for the California, for the LA press. He don't want to wear it in New York City though. Somebody gonna pull up on his ass.
Hit me up now, get left on red. Learn to forget, but don't forget. Think about the future, past is dead. Live my life with no regrets. Every day I go to sleep, wake up to a payday. See me going up, she yelling Mayday. I don't like you when I'm sober. Baby, it's all over. Wanna hop inside the road.
Alright, actually, I think.
Go out every night is a highlight. Dark times right now, you a sunshine. I changed my life.
Alright, let me see. Let me actually I'm gonna change the poll. I'm gonna put a different poll.
I'll face my fear and I'll conquer it. Don't get impressed by a compliment. I'm more impressed from all my accomplishments. More than my diploma. They gon' get sick of me just like Corona. I don't give a fuck, that's my persona.
Instead of just asking him who do people think they gonna win the fight, I'm gonna ask who they think got the better outfit on. Just something random. Alright, there we go. Alright, so when they come out, now people can vote on who they think got the better outfit on. I think Tank is gonna have the better outfit because Ryan, I don't think Ryan be too flashy like that. I've seen him in a couple press conferences wear some nice stuff, but Tank normally is the one that comes out to the press conferences like dressed up. Like not dressed up, but he always wears like nice outfits. Alright, what's he? Got the benefit on. I guarantee you, I already know if he's wearing those sneakers, you're gonna vote for him. All he's gotta do is wear those sneakers and you'll vote for him.
I love it when she touches the pole. My automatic bullets addicted to taking souls. We let him have it, empty the clip and reload. My bullets on go, while I smoke some blow. I need it, I need my fish. Shop the demons, cause I'm so rich. Fiending, dreaming, thinking about my next
Yep, I know I'm right.
dragon, the one in my hero. I'm screaming out, fuck it. I hate the drugs.
It should start any minute. So I think they're doing like this instead of bringing out like straight like a broadcast team, because they probably just waiting until they actually get them on stage this time.
Walking around with open arms, but my heart remaining closed. Care so much about perception, I buy designer clothes. I don't think they pay attention, as long as they're fulfilled. Your homies be there for trips, but don't wanna pay the bills. Won't go up inside my lungs, decisions so complicated. LSD on my tongue, I don't know if I'ma make it. If I die, I need a blunt, at least to keep me sedated. So tired of smoking runs, Gorilla Glue, I'ma face it. Oh, I need the Adderall. The devil hits my line, and I answer that call. I don't care, no, cause I'm on my own highway to hell. Chasing cash flow, but nigga, I ain't fucking with Zell. Like, give me the cash out. These other niggas feel like laugh tracks. This at the top, look a snapback. Your song a flop, we can have that. Used to whip around in a hatchback. Now I drive around smoking big guy. With a white bitch, got a fat. Told me pass that blunt, that's that shit that I'm my hero. I'm screaming out, fuck.
You'd like Desi, you should look up Nick Cannon. Hey, when Nick Cannon literally got diamond sneakers, so you'd like those. He got like diamond like dress shoes, so you'd like those because them shits be sparkling and shit. I think they were like $2 million, something crazy, man. I don't know why he would spend that much money just for some fucking dress shoes, but yeah, it's made of like all real diamonds. That shit is probably blinding people. I could see you wearing something like that. Like, just sparkling.
Come on, my nigga, we don't go, my nigga, for all of my doors in the pen. You said you was gang, but you never hang, and I guess it was a myth. The picture I paint is never gonna change, RPG, we gonna win. Spending this cash, we'll run to the back, we can do this shit all again. Come on, my nigga, we don't go, my nigga, for all of my doors in the pen. You said you was gang, but you never hang, and I guess it was a myth. The picture I paint is never gonna change, RPG, we gonna win. Spending this cash, we'll run to the back, we can do this shit all again. They all in the front, they show me love, them bitches, they bought their friends. Got racks in my pants and 10 in my hands, look how long I wait for this. I'm Mary Jeans with Dolce Gabbana.
Hopefully Tank ain't running late again, man, because then we gonna be sitting here for what, like 3 hours just looking at this screen. We're gonna be looking at the coming soon screen for like 3 hours.
Most these bitches was clowning you. Switch on me, I never lied to you. Now you pull up, I got rounds for you. Yeah. Come on, my nigga, we don't go, my nigga, for all of my doors in the pen. You said you was gang, but you never hang, and I guess it was a myth. The picture I paint.
Oh yeah, I got something for y'all.
We gonna win. Spending this cash, we'll run to the back, we can do this shit all again. Come on, my nigga, we don't go, my nigga.
Alright, we're gonna hit up. Here, I'll put this on the side real quick. Leprechaun shoes. Yeah, I was gonna say, I knew you'd like the sparkle. With like leprechaun shoes. Alright, so I'll pull up. They're doing interviews on another channel, so I'll pull that up real quick. Alright, so let me change this screen. I'm actually gonna move this over so I can watch
gotta second guess. I know I'ma be the best. I know I'ma be the best. Yeah, same nigga from the block, same nigga from the steps. Roll the dice, play it twice.
And I'll pull up
in these streets every night. I know niggas that
what
was
they
getting
are
this chicken, they
showing.
cooking up. Guess they good in
Let me
the
see,
kitchen.
where's it
Started
at?
off from the street to the city. I'm getting guap. Let's go fuck up the city. Yeah, yeah. Come on, my nigga, we don't go, my nigga, for all of my doors in the pen. You said you was gang, but you never hanged, and I guess it was a man. The picture I paint, it's never gonna change. RPG, we gonna win. Spending this cash around to the back, we can do this shit all again. Come on, my nigga, we don't go, my nigga, for all of my doors in the pen. You said you was gang, but you never hanged, and I guess it was a man. The picture I paint, it's never gonna change. RPG, we gonna win. Spending this cash around to the back, we can do this shit all again.
Alright, let me move this here. Alright, I'll pull this up. Because Fight Hub is live. So I'll pull that up on Fight Hub. Alright, we'll watch this for now. I got the broadcast pulled up. It's still just waiting, so we'll watch this for now. Up until they go live with the broadcast.
Respect Tank and Ryan. They're literally fighting each other for supremacy. They're left for their
He kind of exposed himself in the last one. I didn't forget, yo. He literally said no one wanted to fight but Ryan, so he kind of admitted that he didn't want the fight. But the whole time he was saying he wanted the fight, so it's kind of.
There's no reason with it. Look, somebody's always got to go, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Does he kind of remind you of yourself, man? You were a guy when you were in your prime before all of the killers, man. So does Ryan kind of remind you of yourself in that respect?
Can you
Well, look,
Can you hear it fine?
Beating a Tank and then following it up with other prime fighters, and yeah, I mean he's got to earn his stripes, just like everybody else.
For the big fight week, man, Gervonta Davis.
Huge, exciting.
Okay, so this is just the interviews before.
April 22nd.
It's kind of quiet. Yeah, he was talking quietly. It's just from yesterday. It looks like.
Made in the sport today.
It is the biggest fight, no doubt.
No doubt about it.
No doubt.
As a guy who's been on you've been in the negotiating room, made so many big fights. To look at a fight like this, do you think it'll have at least a little bit of bearing on like a Spencer?
All right, let me raise the volume a little bit.
See it, and they'll be like, all right, those guys are on like two different sides of the
All right, is that better?
Both extremely big names, both undefeated. We should just make this happen. You think it could probably push that forward a little bit?
Well, you just never
Leonard
know,
Ellerby
because
looks so
people
different
don't
now,
really
man.
know
He got the
all
Santa Claus
details
beard
on
going on.
What happens in negotiations, and
He just looks so different. He look like he
one
eating
side,
good.
And then a lot of
He
times,
eating real good.
Like the way we get out, we don't do things publicly, because you never can get anything.
What's good,
done.
everybody? Thank you for tuning in the stream.
So it just depends. I think each situation.
Still, the
is
press
different.
conference still hasn't started
This
yet.
is
It's still showing the coming soon
the biggest
screen.
fight by far in
So as soon
all
as they
of the
start, I'll
entire
pull that
sport.
up.
And I'm just really glad for the fans. They'll get a chance to say, see two young undefeated guys come together. It's gonna be a great fight.
When guys do stuff publicly, is that sign that they don't really want to fight?
A lot of times, my man, that's exactly what it be. That's exactly what it be, because you got guys out there who, like, imagine this: you trying to do a deal with somebody, right?
It's funny. I'm watching
But
the
then
chat
you fucking
for the
openly criticizing that
the
side.
live stream on Showtime. Everybody just
and the guy
everybody's
who's at the top.
posting addressing heels and
so
talking about that's what Tank gonna
think
be
about it.
wearing.
But a lot of times, what it comes down to
Oh,
is
man.
the fighters. The fighters. These two fighters
People
were
are
very,
stupid.
very adamant that they wanted to get this done. For quite some time. A couple years ago, we tried to make it, and they said they had other plans for him at that
Oh,
particular
all right.
time.
It looks like it.
And,
It might be starting.
Ryan has always been very adamant about it, and
All right. Let me switch.
as well. So this is what happens when you got two guys.
Let me switch because it looks like it's about to start.
So do you think this fight is bigger now than it was a few years?
Okay. Pull that up.
And they're coming for the bag.
They're all about knocking each other out of the tournament.
Yes, I'm on a mission. The $1 million Bellator Lightweight Grand Prix begins with a monster match.
All right, there we go.
24-year-old champ Usman Nurmagomedov makes his first title defense against 30-win veteran Benson Henderson.
Benson Henderson. I haven't seen him in a while. I used to love Benson Henderson back when he was in the UFC. I used to love watching Benson Henderson fight. That dude is crazy. I don't know if you know, my phone volume was just turned down, oh my god. I don't know if you know, that Benson Henderson guy, he used to fight with a fucking toothpick in his mouth. That dude is nuts. He used to fight in the UFC with a toothpick in his mouth. And then when they would ask him about it, he would like clearly be chewing on one. And then when they would ask him about it, he would like hide it. And he'd pretend like he didn't know what they were talking about. But there's multiple pictures and videos of him fighting with the toothpick in his mouth. That dude is nuts.
I'm ready.
I wonder if he still... Nah, there's no way he still does it. They probably check his mouth before he goes in. That's just dangerous. I just want to get that on already.
He's hungry, for sure. I'm hungry. Both of us in our prime.
They want to fight each other. In Ryan Garcia's case, that he said, no, I need this fight. They want the smoke.
It's going to have that type of thrill.
So I wonder if there's going to be a little bit more fire in this one.
Let's see who's really about that.
Every time Tank fights, we all know what to expect.
I think Ryan will be on his good behavior, but Tank is so unpredictable, man. We don't know how Tank gonna be coming, how he gonna be feeling today. He might wake up on the wrong side of the bed and fucking push the fuck out of Ryan off the stage.
Insanely fast hand. But against Tank, is he still gonna have that forward pressure strategy?
Oh, someone thought Tank? You didn't even see their outfits yet. Someone already think Tank gonna have the better fit on.
We're gonna be ready.
Mega fight, Tank's power.
One of y'all already think Tank gonna have the better outfit on. He do be coming. Yesterday, I can't lie, I was
every time I stepped in that ring.
with the diamonds and the he had the fur on.
On to the next, man. Ready for a ride.
Davis versus Garcia.
All right, is it about to start? Come on.
Day 2 of coast-to-coast coverage of the fight, April 22nd.
Oh, yeah, these dudes
Gervonta
ain't
Tank
hopping no
Davis
plane.
versus King Ryan Garcia. Yesterday, New York City. Today, Los Angeles. Welcome in to Showtime Sports coverage of the Davis Garcia press conference. I'm Brian Campbell. Ariel Helwani, award-winning combat sports journalist, joining me today in the Morning Combat Studios in New Jersey. We'll be throwing it out to Los Angeles soon to hear from both fighters. But Ariel, we are one day removed from Times Square, New York City, and a press conference following a lengthy delay once Tank Davis took his seat. It got a little icy between the two competitors. How fired up were you yesterday?
Well, first of all, I'm good. Thanks for asking. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I'll get right into it.
I mean, geez,
I get right
Louise,
into
not
it.
even a hello, how are you? Nothing? Thanks for being here. My first time.
I think I added world-renowned and award-winning.
I appreciate that. I mean, talk about going from the penthouse to the outhouse. You go from Luke to me, so I apologize to the audience. I am very happy to be here. This is tremendous. Nice place. I like what you did with it.
You don't have to be so kind.
Can I break the fourth wall? This is a big deal. Are we just going to blow?
Guy.
This is like Hogan and Savage in '85 coming together. The mega powers.
If my hand wasn't so sweaty,
yeah, mine are too.
Totally
we do this. I mean, this is a big deal. It's the first time I think that we actually do something together.
I always wanted to be able to say to you, "How's Showtime?" And now I can say,
yes.
it, okay, you know, how's
This is
Showtime
huge.
go? It went great. Here we are, right
Yes.
here, and a big fight, Ariel, that is circled on the calendar.
We're blowing past it. All right.
Not just for the theatrics, the drama, the potential here of two unbeaten fighters with a combined record, by the way, 51 wins and 45 losses, but two young stars in the early parts of their absolute prime. That's got to get you fired up.
I love this fight. It's one of my most anticipated fights in combat sports this year, regardless of combat sport. MMA, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, boxing, of course. I actually said this before I knew that I'd be helping out with some of the coverage. Thank you for having me, of course. I'm looking forward, as far as boxing is concerned, looking forward to this fight more than Usyk and Fury, more than the Spence Crawford fight, which doesn't seem like it's ever going to happen, more than any other fight that's being talked about, that's signed.
Regain some hope here, okay? Let's keep optimistic.
Listen, by the way, can I just say this? I hope that Spence and Crawford are watching all of this. I hope that they are watching this press conference
the Spencer Crawford
today,
fight
yesterday, the
much
build-up,
better.
the fight. Shame on those guys, and more importantly, shame
that
on the
fight's
people
much more of
around
a
them, because I
50-50
do
fight
believe
compared
to a
to this
degree
one.
Spence and Crawford want to make this fight happen. What we learned from these two young guns, 28 and 24, who have every reason not to take this
Fury,
fight, right? Boxing historically doesn't
like
make
this
this
one
fight
better
happen.
than
They make
Usyk
it happen
Fury.
in 6-7 years. They have every reason to say,
think
we're
Fury's
going to
gonna
work.
be too big for
We're
him.
with different networks. We're different promoters. These two
Fury's
guys
just gonna
essentially said, no,
lay
we're
on him
staying in
the
this
whole
room,
time,
this
damn
proverbial
near,
room.
like
until you guys figure this
He's gonna
out.
do the same shit he did
Everyone
to
in
Wilder. He's
boxing
just gonna
should
lay
be
on him,
ashamed of
wear
themselves
him out.
because they don't make the fights, and these
Make him
two
hold
young
up his
guns
weight.
with undefeated records who have every reason not to take this fight made the fight happen. And there were so many roadblocks that they could have said, you know what, peace, I'm out of here. They didn't. They made the fight happen, and that's among the many reasons why I can't wait for this fight. The undefeated, the youth, the stylistic matchup. It's really a fan's dream.
It's not just the potential of excitement on the night, April 22nd, T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, and of course, only on Showtime pay-per-view. I agree with what you're saying. It's the potential of the aftermath of what this ripple effect can emerge. And look, Luke and I on Morning Combat right here have talked about it week by week. It feels like there's a new generation of younger fighters, younger American fighters in many cases right now, who want the smoke right now.
Yes.
They want to make the career-defining opportunities right now to find out how great they are and where they stand in the world. We talked to Gervonta Davis at Wednesday's press conference. He said, I already feel like the face of this sport. What would a victory over Ryan Garcia do to push that further? And on the flip side, for King Rai, you're talking about 24 years old, yet right here, right now, he wants the biggest name he can in his division, this 136-pound catchweight bout. It really crosses a lot of different boxes that most big-time boxing matches don't, and the potential of how far it could reach. But it also has that old-school vibe of, like we said, oh, there's someone in my weight class you think is better than me? Let's get together and find out.
Oh, this is such a big freaking deal. I love everything about it, and I have so much respect for Ryan Garcia in particular because he's the younger guy. He's the guy who hasn't been as active as Gervonta Davis, and he said, like, no, this is what I want. I felt like he was driving the train a lot. Like, he was calling him out. He kept it going to the point that he even had the opportunity to take a quote-unquote tune-up. Like Gervonta Davis, I don't even want to risk this. He said this to you yesterday. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to get headbutt. Like, you could tell, and I see some people, even when the fight was being talked about, and even when the fight was officially announced. And even yesterday, I saw people say, I don't believe this is going to happen until they're in the ring. You're all fooling yourselves. These guys want this. They want everything that comes with this. And you know what they're telling the world? Which I think is great, and maybe some of that is coming from MMA, and maybe some of that is coming from women's boxing as well, where we're seeing one fight two and all the different weight classes and these undisputed fights. Losses don't kill your career. It's okay.
A lesson that we learned covering mixed martial arts for many years.
You don't need to hold on to that zero forever.
Just
and
have a
so
good fight
if
and
Ryan
then you'll do a
Garcia
rematch.
loses on April 22nd, if Gervonta loses, you get a rematch. You build yourself back up. No one is going to... We know in MMA, some of the greatest and most popular fighters of all time have double-digit losses on their resumes, right?
Randy Couture, look at so many
BJ
names.
Penn, all these guys. So Nate Diaz. So it's okay to lose, especially if you, like, deliver, right? If it's a good fight, if it's a fun fight, if you deliver. And these guys, like, I don't see, and maybe I'm jinxing it, and I hope I'm not, I don't see any scenario how this is a boring fight, right? Stylistically. Isn't this such a tremendous fight? You're more the analyst than I am. Isn't this a tremendous fight stylistically?
Absolutely, because at the end of the day, you're talking about two fighters that have established certainly large brands, large fan bases, opposite coming together. But how proven are they? Gervonta Davis, much more proven, certainly commercially on the pay-per-view level, selling out many arenas, and he's right there close, if not inside most people's top 10 pound for pound. There's still that cry, though, that, hey, Gervonta, we need you to face a next-level guy, somebody that dangerous. For Ryan Garcia, this is undoubtedly the toughest matchup of his career, but when you put these two styles together, it's not just speed, power, and all the fanfare that comes with that. It's really the fact that is their individual strength ultimately the weakness of the other? Can Ryan Garcia, with the 4.5-inch height advantage, with that lightning fast speed, and maybe the potential ability under new trainer Joe Goosen to continue to learn how to box and create distance, can he use that speed and distance to build rounds against Gervonta Davis? But if the fight turns in the second half, like a lot of Gervonta fights do, when he downloads data, when he makes those adjustments, does Ryan Garcia have the chin to hold up under that level of smoke? We teased both of those sort of narratives at both yesterday, and I think you saw the responses. And Ryan Garcia, his goal, his point is to prove those detractors wrong, to prove those critics wrong that think, like they thought about Oscar De La Hoya, his promoter, who's now a Hall of Famer, you're just a pretty boy, you can't fight. This is that ultimate test. And how do I like the styles contrasting? They both can box, they both can punch, but it's who can lead that dance, who can control the terms of it. I think Ryan Garcia has the opportunity to make the kind of leap in terms of his talent and what he can do with his performance that we haven't seen yet, because he hasn't faced anybody yet who could make him, who could force him to have to. And that's why you need to make the best against the best to answer these questions.
Who has more pressure on their shoulders going into this?
I love that question.
Yeah, it's one of the best.
I love that question because they're both have the opportunity with this fight to some degree of gaining whatever level of credibility that they have yet to, that they're reaching to. And it's not just stardom and the idea of the young face of the sport. And I throw young in there because, you give respect to guys like Canelo Alvarez, Tyson Fury, who in a lot of ways are the face of the sport. Gervonta Davis has become right there with it. But Ryan Garcia and even Gervonta, who just happens to be 4 years older, that's why he's a little bit ahead in his, maturity, they're a part of this new generation, just the same, of who truly has next in this game with the Shakur Stevensons, Devin Haney's, with so many of these names that are popping up all around that look like they have next in the sport.
He's older than I thought it was.
We want to see them fight one another. They are. Who's got more pressure to live up to those expectations? I think really it could be a 50-50 stalwart in terms of what,
clear answer here.
What you look at. I mean, look,
it's Tank Davis.
I thought, that's interesting that you said it, because I thought you were going to say Ryan Garcia, because the idea
Ryan's
that
playing with house's money here.
It's the critics that still don't think he's elite. That still don't think, and this is that ultimate test.
If he brings the fight to him, if he stands
toe-to-toe,
if he takes his best shot, Gervonta's older. Gervonta's the guy who's headlining pay-per-views, Showtime pay-per-views, like
the
Mayweather.
Would say
a little more established as far as
when you think of Floyd Mayweather, you think of
I know that
two other fighters right now. You think of Devin
Haney, all that
Haney,
nonsense, which I feel like is overblown at this point. Who the hell cares how many social media followers? I mean,
maybe he's got 9 million on Instagram. I care a little bit. It's impressive.
It is tremendous. If he tags you, it's great.
I'd like to take my shirt off and stand in front of a camera and have people hit the heart button. It doesn't happen.
No, I'm not trying to downplay it, but anyone, like, I hear people say, like, just
well,
a social
never mind,
media
because
guy.
he
what are you
had
talking about? Do you not watch this? It's ridiculous. It's
you could
absolutely
say,
ridiculous.
From
I think
Adrian
it's
Broner,
Gervonta Davis because he's the older guy, and if I'm being honest, I felt like Ryan was a little more vocal about making this fight happen. And it's
Adrian
interesting
Broner might
that
have been the first one, but then you see what happened to his career
after. Mature guy, veteran, etc. Who's the one that showed up early yesterday? Who was the pro yesterday? You know, it's interesting how the roles are a little bit reversed here. I feel like Ryan is feeling like this is my coming out party. This is the big leagues, right? This is my big pay-per-view headliner first time. This is my chance to show everyone I'm not that guy. And yet, even if he doesn't hit the home run, step up to the plate, hit the home run, proverbial, I think it's okay. Because no one really expected him, and he has every reason not to take this fight. And so to me, it's a clear answer. Sometimes you could go the 50-50. I think that you were sitting on the fence. Are you answering texts in the middle of this? What's happening?
Sometimes I get important instructions.
I like to talk about everything. But
why he got to put him on the spot like that?
That I relay in real time. So
as
we continue to get closer to the start of today's press conference, both fighters en route to the venue.
Are they there?
In Los Angeles.
There's a little gamesmanship going on.
Speaking of yesterday, Wednesday in Times Square, when we talk about it, and I like the way you broke down the potential of who has more pressure. Well, at the end of the day, they both do, and that's certainly the truth right here. But in terms of what we did see in some of that iciness, I think that stare down Wednesday on the stage there. Talk me through what you were feeling. I was in the arena, so maybe I'll go first. I was in the arena. I can feel the
You just asked me a question,
the
and
energy.
you answered your own question.
I've seen that done before in the podcast space. There's no question about that. I could feel the energy in the room, and I enjoyed it. How did that feel?
Well, now you got to go more. You got to go more.
I don't think so.
I feel like I just made you like self-conscious there.
I blew right through that stop sign.
You did?
It didn't slow me down for a second.
I love the theater. I loved everything about it. I say let those, in MMA, we try to rush the stare downs. Let them go as long as possible. As long as it doesn't get physical, which it didn't.
I like a little physical. Physical. Maybe that's the old school theatrical
We like physical,
side.
right?
I like
fight week. We don't need the
Right, we like
physical.
physical.
I thought it showed
we want to see them push each other.
I wish that we could hear what they were saying.
I don't want to see no one throw no punches, though, because then the fight might get called off, but...
De La Hoya and Bernard was getting involved there with the nice little gray beard that he's rocking.
Does Bernard Hopkins, who of course works for Golden Boy Promotions, does he not look like he can get in the ring right now in his mid-50s? I mean, he already fought as a 50-year-old.
Yes.
But it's just incredible.
Gervonta, not sure. Was he wearing shorts? Were they just short pants? I'm not sure. It was the whole look was great.
So, Ariel, you want to talk a lot about this fourth wall, so let's just remove it right here. Are you and I, as two gentlemen in their relative early 40s?
Yep.
Has it passed us by to understand how cool Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis potentially
just amazing?
No.
Just don't want to see no punches.
They were confident. They were coming to make a statement.
Then the fight will be
incredible. They look like superstars.
I don't think I can pull that off. Is ultimately what I'm trying to say from this dad view here.
It goes without saying, but both of them look great.
Just wasn't satisfied.
I love the gamesmanship of him.
They were talking shit, but
now I'm talking as a viewer. You might have been annoyed.
Just a little bit more.
Him showing up late, I thought was a flex. I think that's a flex. This is my show. You're going to wait for me.
It is a flex.
I know it's not easy as a host because, you're probably told 10 minutes away,
like 3 hours late.
20, 30, 40. Not easy. But I kind of dug that. And now I'm curious to see who shows up first here, right?
So I'm
Probably
glad that you
Ryan
said
again.
gamesmanship because when Gervonta Davis, after Wednesday's press conference, sat down with Luke Thomas and I, my first question, sort of jokingly, did you get the wrong time or was this I'm trying to get in Ryan's head? Now, ultimately, what Gervonta told us is he apologized to everybody involved for running late.
I don't think he meant to run late.
He was working
just
out
did.
overnight. He took a nap and
just
the
don't
timing
care.
and ultimately was off. I do feel to some
Why would he
degree
care?
Gervonta's
You're
trying
there
to say,
see
look,
him.
we are both
He probably
superstars. We are
doesn't wanna
both guys
answer
who are
no
coming in here with
questions.
unbeaten records, knockout ability, flashy
don't wanna be there. He
skills
just
and
has
all
to.
that. And, at the end of the day, we're going to come
He
in
just
and
wants
we're
to
going
fight.
to flex.
He just wants to
But
train and he wants to work. And
when
he
two
wants to
alphas
fight.
get together,
That's it.
Oh, it was great.
one always believes they're
Looked like Ryan
ultimately
was
on the
upset
side.
there.
One ultimately always believes
Answer
I'm the
questions and
reason
shit.
why their fans are here.
He'd probably
I think
be
there's
mad
some
bored
element of
just sitting
flex
up
of
there.
what Gervonta Davis did at the end.
Some, I think it all was. I don't think he wanted to necessarily admit it, but I think Ryan was annoyed. He brought it up a couple times, right? And then what about that line at the presser where he's like, you would show up on time, right? Like almost like you're the goody two-shoes. You're just happy to be here.
Think about it. You're the opponent.
Yeah, I love it. And so that's why I'm wondering, now we're in Ryan's territory, right? We're in Cali right now. Not physically, but they are.
Sure.
And it looks fantastic out there. Wow. Can't wait for the scenes. And so I'm wondering if Ryan's like, okay, now we're on the West Coast. We were just on the East Coast. That's technically, I know, Maryland,
they're in
New York, whatever.
Ryan's
But I'm
hometown
curious
now.
if he's going to try to
They're in
respond. And I
Cali.
wouldn't be surprised. We've seen this with other superstars in the past. We've
saw,
seen this with Floyd.
some
We've
people
seen
were
this
saying
with
that
Conor
Tank is
McGregor.
scared to go.
You show
He
up
ain't
late.
scared to
Next
go.
time, I'm going to show up late. The opponent
He ain't
says.
scared. I don't think
And
he's
I
fought
love this.
in,
This is what I
Cali
love
before,
about
though.
these quote-unquote
But-
world
oh, no,
tours.
he's
It's
fought-
not a
he's
world
fought in
tour.
Vegas.
It's a 2-day thing. But
Just not
this
headline.
like I'm a sucker for this stuff. I'm a sucker for the poster. I'm a sucker for the face-off.
Brother,
I'm a
you're
sucker
preaching
for it
to
all.
the choir on
Yes.
the idea of the love of the pageantry that builds up fights. I love the technique. I love the passion of a fight. But you know what I love? The idea of banging that drum and getting people excited that something here is going down. Like Gorilla Monsoon would say, it's a happening.
Oh, my
This
God.
event on
Hopefully,
Wednesday was a
please, Tank,
happening.
don't
The build
show
of
up
this
too
fight,
late.
I certainly expect to be. Can't wait, of course, for the kickoff of Showtime Sports' all access digital series
yeah,
on the
when's
build.
I love the all
April
access.
1st, the first of a two-part series. They
love
certainly want to
watching
get ahead
all
of right there to
access.
see what's really going on behind the scenes. But I wonder behind the scenes, ultimately, if there was a part of Tank that's trying to flex in that regard, who comes back with that this time around? Are we going to see a little bit more trash talk and disrespect? Because in terms of sitting down at the dais on Wednesday, largely respectful. But when you do stand up one another and look each other in the eye,
Especially now after the face-off, whatever was said there, they're going to come in a much different mood. And I got to tell you, King Ryan, if you're listening, you don't show up until that guy is there. Please, brother, don't show up. You can't do that. You can't do that the second time because now you're just getting punked, right? This is a game right now. This is like, negative
I don't think Tank's
one
like
round,
that, man.
right? Like this is part of the fight.
I
This
don't
is
think
part of
Tank's
the
like
mental
that.
warfare, and I love this stuff. I don't know about you. I don't have any dinner plans. Like I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
If they want to go 4
I think
hours,
he's
let's do it.
thinking like
as
Conor
you know,
McGregor
I'm usually the guy who
type
goes 4 or 5
antics.
hours. So I'm ready to go. No
I
bathroom
don't
breaks.
think- I don't
we
think
go
Tank's like
strong.
that.
And if I'm Ryan Garcia,
was that a
think
reference
Tank
to the
just-
amount of
he
bottles of
just
water
do what
that
he
I
wants to
drank?
do. He goes at the speed he wants to go. And
Why there's
I
gonna be late,
have
he's
called
gonna be
myself
late.
Brian
He
Campbell
don't care.
before
yes,
because
but what happens when
it's his show at
that's
the
up
end
to
of
me
the
to
day.
figure out. And
He's the one getting
the deal is,
paid the
did
big
I
bucks.
throw a
He's the
little
A
shade at
side.
you off the top by not properly introducing you? Maybe there's
That was weird.
Maybe there's a little meeting of the minds in a fight before the fight between you and I, but it adds to the energy and the tension of this. Who will show
You
up
can't
first?
focus
Who
on
will,
Tank. Just
bend that knee?
do whatever you
and
want to
will
do,
the
man. Just
ice
do you
shows up
and
first.
continues?
focus on yourself. You can't focus on the other guy like that.
If we have a chicken match like we
then he
in
got
some
you.
form had yesterday, I give a lot
you
of
still
credit to Luke
focused on him
Thomas,
like that,
who
he
joined
got
me
you.
yesterday. We did 90 minutes. We had some great interviews. We set the stage.
Tough job, but you guys did a phenomenal job. It is really hard to fill. People don't realize. If you know you're going 90 minutes, that's easy. You guys are pros. You could do that. But if you think they could show up at any moment and you don't know whether to go long, whether to flesh out a thought, right? That is tough. It is not, especially live.
We'll see how.
I wonder what
Luke
studio
and
they're
I
in because that is
I'm
not.
hoping that this,
I don't think
ultimately
that's
filled.
areas.
But no
hours,
shortage
to be
of angles
They
to
in,
talk
like,
about. But something I'm
somebody's
just finding out
house.
from talking to you off camera. I know you've interviewed King Ryan Garcia in the past. I know you followed his journey closely.
Bro, it's so cringe when they
Form of
they keep
symmetry
saying
between
King
you in
Ryan
terms of a
Garcia.
bold proclamation
Appreciate
that
it.
he
Stop
once
calling him
said
King.
regarding this fight on April
That is
22nd.
so
Can you tell
late.
that
I
story?
appreciate it. And I wonder which fight will be tougher, that one on April 22nd or me and this IFB. I'm not
he,
sure.
self-claimed
Still
himself
TBD, but
king
the IFB is
for
giving me
some
a lot
reason.
of trouble right now. I'm not going to lie. Ryan Garcia and I developed a great relationship over the pandemic because I don't know if you're familiar with Helwani boxing, but it really took the nation and really the country and then the world.
I mean, when you say nation, I assume you're speaking Canada. That's what I assume.
Well, that's why I say this nation, country, not the same. And so it was the thing, you know, the box ball thing, and I, you know,
oddly enough, my wife bought that for me for Christmas that year that you were pushing that. I don't know why.
I got one. Remember, you gave me one. You got me one.
CEO,
I got one. I got one of those.
Right.
The,
so it all makes sense.
Talking about the headband with the ball.
Trying to lift the spirits of the people, right? And so
I got
doing
one of those.
Now, who was the king of doing these? Ryan Garcia. And
Hey man, I like to use it, man.
Giving me pointers,
Good,
talking to me. We developed a really nice relationship. And then what happens?
Vasily
you know, he
Lomachenko
takes
uses
his break,
it, so
his mental health break. And a lot of people, let's be honest, were jumping off that bandwagon. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, you know,
yeah,
he's
the punchy ball
a
thing.
faker.
Yeah, the thing
he's
that's
a
on, like,
liar.
the-
He's just a kid. He
it's
doesn't
on the
understand what mental
string.
health is like. What kind of problems does this guy have? He's good looking. He's a millionaire.
punchy
He's a
ball.
boxer. He's a superstar.
I just
Everyone wants
realized
to
he said the
be
punchy
him.
ball.
The women love him. The men want to be like him. All that stuff. And
What?
I had his back. I never
hell
kicked
he
him while he's
saying?
down, and I think he appreciated that.
The
Anyway,
hell
fast
Arrow
forward.
talking about?
Buds comes on my show recently and said at the end, and this is before I knew I was gonna, you know, be a small part of all of this. He said, "Are you gonna be there?" Now at the time, I think we thought it was gonna be April 15th, but it's April 22nd. Are you gonna be there April 15th? And I was like, I don't know. You know, it's you know, kids leave house, you know, soccer. And he's like, listen, man, when I knock this guy out, and I look to the crowd. If you're not sitting in the front row, we're done.
I hope
need
Coach
you
Calvin
in the front
Ford's
row,
still
'cause
on that
I
same
know
energy
that
as
through thick
yesterday
and
too. I
thin,
love Coach Calvin. man.
IB, it's just
that guy
look
is
at, I mean, what can I do?
hilarious.
I mean,
What
you
can
know,
I,
I
I
need
now
to
I
get
sit down
him,
and
like-
count.
I mean,
Do I actually really need
I don't know,
to
they need to do
Crosby
some
in
more
here to
stuff
go
with
to
him.
7
No,
IFB
I mean,
right
that
now.
guy is
we're
hilarious.
approaching.
There
We're
we go.
approaching.
There we go.
Do we need it? I
They
don't
need
know
to
if I
put
need
him
it.
on like a
We
panel
like
or
to shoot
something
around.
when
I'm
there's
getting
like
enough
big
text
fights
messages
going
and
on.
comments in my ear.
There's a lot going on. I don't know what's
That guy's
happening. You're on
fucking
Reddit.
amazing.
You're on Twitter.
I
I
got
don't know
red
what's
skin.
happening.
I look like, as Luke would say, country time lemonade here, but that's
You look
okay. That's
fantastic.
okay.
Seersucker suit, tremendous. Anyway, let me finish the story if you don't mind.
He say your sucker
he
suit?
says, I'm going to look at the crowd. You need to be the Adrian to my Rocky. I need to point because everyone.
Did you wear the red beret like Adrian?
What
did?
is Ariel
I'll
talking
do whatever
about?
he
You need to
wants.
be my
Now,
Adrian to
I
my
just want to say,
Rocky.
unlike what other people like to say on the internet, I'm not a fraud. I am not biased. I'm a very unbiased, legitimate journalist.
I think it's up to
okay?
every fan to decide that. Okay. You know.
I just
Okay, you know my opinion.
every man, woman, child, snowman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you want to call me a biased journalist. You want to say that I'm rooting. I'm not rooting because I like Gervonta. I met you. I was at Mayweather McGregor. Were you
He's
there?
charming. I was, of course.
By the way, people I think forgot that Gervonta was on that card, but not a bad undercard
right, I
in
actually
retrospect.
wanna-
Badu Jack,
since-
Gervonta
since
Davis.
they just
right?
talking, I
no
wanna
one was
pull
in
some-
the,
I wanna
the
pull this
crowd.
up.
I don't know
So
how
they-
early you showed up, but
shout
it
out
was
to
like
Fight
literally
Hype.
1,000 people for the prelims,
Fight
all the
Hype,
way to the
the
main
real
event.
channel.
Point is, I said to him, you know what, Ryan, I'm going to figure
Covering
this out. We're
everything.
going to make it
They
happen.
got,
Here I
Coach
am. I'm a
Calvin
man of my
coming in.
word. I've always been a man of my word, and so I have to be
So
there.
I wanna
Now, I don't know.
watch
Will I
that
be
real quick.
ringside?
Well, there's my question.
Yeah.
Saturday, April 22nd, T-Mobile Arena. You will be there?
Oh, I will be there.
Okay.
I will be there. Yeah, doing a lot of fun stuff.
All right, so
I
I'll
think,
pull that
working
up
with
real
you,
quick.
Luke, the crew. I
So
got
we'll
friends
see
on the
you.
basketball. You know, KG. You know.
All right, let me pause that. I'm gonna slide that over here, and then let's watch this.
The level of levels to make the fighters make them fight. Then you understand? Make the deal. I'm very impressed with the company. From the heads to be the top of heads. You know, they sit down. They made it happen. They listened to the fighters. The fighters did what they had to do to make the fight. You know, when Braun was talking about the weight hydration and all that stuff, we got to do the same thing. It's not the first down.
I mean, they was acting like they was acting like they the only one that Tank's team, the only one I gotta say in the contract. They gotta say in the contract too. They could put a hydration clause on Tank. They could do whatever they want.
Wasn't that much taller than Gervonta? I was a little surprised.
Good question, because I thought it was another scenario of Barrios that I had to worry about. But now, goodness gracious, it makes it a little bit. I wouldn't say easy, because my thing is his coach. He got a renowned coach there, and I give Joe his props. We old school. He's old school. You know, listen to his interviews and whatnot. He got Ron, focused. But again, they got to fight. And I know my little man, he's built tough. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely built tough. It's not a concern. It's just not letting him get to a thing that's going to be an easy walk, because I know he's training different. You know, you can watch tapes, you can do all types of things, but this is a fight.
You guys have a great team, of course, but just any thoughts on this will be one of the very few fights that Mayweather won't be in his corner at all. And as you see,
actually, he's here.
Mayweather.
You got Leonard. You got Leonard here. You got Leonard here. Let me explain something to you.
Yeah.
Floyd did his thing with him. If y'all go back and look at the interviews, Floyd always sit there and say, "Is this the future of boxing?" He said, "Fucking hell yeah." Where we at? So all we gotta do is pass this test right here. Rest is history.
He was a lot of help in the Barrios fight. That's kind of what I mean. You
gotta remember. I know Floyd. The work is done where, y'all? In the gym. Tank know what times to turn it up. He can get you from 1 to 12. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing that since we was little. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just making it to this level right here. I need him to perform the same way we've been performing, but greater at this level.
You mentioned something about clauses earlier in the interview, and yesterday Ryan revealed that there was a 10-pound rehydration clause for him. You also said that in your pre-press conference, right, that Gervonta could make 135, 140. Then why the 10-pound? What the 10 pounds hydration clause about?
I keep telling you.
So they're showing. All right, hold on.
One fighter can't do it unless.
All right, hold on. They showing. All right, never mind. They just took it down. All right, no. All right, let me see. What the fuck is this? What is this? Are they showing Ryan on a? What? I'm confused.
Available.
You know, it's possible my weak intro off the start.
He might be
a
on
bad
the line.
They're
there.
showing Ryan. Ryan's right here.
I feel like I was set up. He was on the line, and you guys knew that he wouldn't pick up.
I would flex by texting him right now.
Ryan
indeed,
might be
but we are getting closer. Who will move first? Would you guess it appears that Ryan Garcia is waiting out Tank Davis here?
Seems like he's waiting for my phone call, if I'm being honest, and wasn't sure. Maybe he didn't have my number in his phone.
It's a good backup.
Got a new number.
Good backup
so I'm going to text him. Yo, I'm
he
live
certainly
on
has a priority of who he's taking calls from in this moment. But the idea of let's say, there's a live look again. Look at the shadow boxing from Ryan. The tie across the shoulders.
So yeah, he's already there. They just waiting for Tank.
Back into the room as we get closer in there, Beverly Hills, California, to the start of day 2 of this coast-to-coast coverage, the press tour. Gervonta Davis and King Ryan Garcia. Now, Ariel.
The text has been sent. Let's see.
I don't think we can overplay, like we said off the top, we're almost proud of both fighters to say, no, this fight has to happen no matter what it takes. They pushed the negotiations back and forth on things. They got it to happen. But if you're Ryan Garcia and you're 24, you look at the mentors he's had through the years. He was in the same camp as Canelo Alvarez recently until switching trainers to Joe Goosen. He's got the Hall of Fame promoter of Oscar De La Hoya.
And Bernard
Hopkins. And you're talking about Oscar, what's his legacy? Always tried to make the biggest fight against the biggest name every time out, win or lose. As a boxing fan, you have to love that spirit is being handed down to a new generation. But I think for Ryan Garcia, when we talked earlier about the pressure on each other, a legit part of him is I'm trying to prove to the people exactly how good I am. Forget what you think of me by looking at me. Forget what you've heard. Watch April 22nd. You're going to find out I'm one of the best in the world. And, I can certainly get behind that spirit. Did he
wrote back. Here we go. Should I put here we go, guys. He wrote back. Come on, RJ.
Oh, he's really trying to contact Ryan?
Formerly known as...
Yo, Ryan.
Oh, he is. He got Ryan on.
Go on the balcony. We have a camera, and I want to talk to you right now about... Okay.
Balcony, I'm feeling like the Wolf of Waldorf.
What?
Okay, here he is. There's my guy, Ryan Garcia. I'm live on Showtime, and I was telling the world that you said you needed me there, and I'm going to be there. Now, what's going on? Because I told my guy, Brian Campbell here, that you should not show up to that press conference unless Tank is sitting there first. Don't let him punk you, all right? What are you thinking? What's going on?
You got to send a message to Tank that he can't do nothing. He can't punk nobody. I'm going to beat him.
What is that he wearing? Is that
Are you pissed off? Do you feel disrespected?
Yeah, I feel so disrespected. He couldn't put on an event like this without me. You better start showing some respect.
Oh, no, that's just a shirt. That's snakeskin.
Now, what are you hearing? Is he late? What is he doing? You're ready to go. You look fantastic.
I look amazing. Actually, I see him down there right now.
Oh.
Well, I think I see him down right there.
Potential
little security.
Possible confirmation.
Is that him?
He looks even smaller.
Wow, he looks even smaller from up there. What are you, in the penthouse?
He looks like an ant.
He looks like an ant.
Gervonta. He looks like an ant right now. Anyways, we're about to head down there then.
You're going? All right, my man. We got you.
Hey, Ryan.
Great stuff.
Hey, Ryan, that's a hell of a cardigan you're wearing right there.
You look fantastic, Ryan. You've never looked better, my man.
You're the best. Look,
Hey.
man, you look amazing too. All right.
All right, peace out. There he is, Ryan Garcia.
Fantastic television here. Ryan Garcia from the balcony. We believe Tank Davis has been spotted on the ground, so we should be moments away.
Is that the biggest exclusive in the history of this
It's
set?
an exclusive, but it exclusively shows that you're a Ryan Garcia homer at this point of the promotion. I mean, let's be honest about this.
You know, there was a moment there where I was like, I hope Tank isn't watching right now because I am screwed.
When I FaceTime Tank later, we're going to have a big talk about this.
I don't think so either. I don't know how I feel about
What's gonna
that.
happen? I mean, is this allowed? I mean, I don't know.
What I love
Did I
about
cross
it is
the line there?
it's you know, it's a little pro wrestling, and I love
It is
it.
a little
I like that. Look, as we await both
But let me
fighters.
just say, Tank Davis is one of the all-time great fighters in the history of fighting. If I could just go to this camera right here, I actually have a poster in my bedroom, Tank. And
Why do I feel like you're making a ball?
No,
of this right now?
and I just want to let him
What
know,
the fuck
Tank,
he
you
talking
got
about?
this, my man. All right, you got
What
this.
is he
Okay,
talking
don't
about?
let anyone say to you otherwise. And by the way, Tank, if you're listening, don't show up unless Ryan shows up first. Okay?
Oh my God.
Don't let him.
I feel like this is an evil plan from Ariel who wanted you to get more screen time here from the Morning Combat
do that,
studio
the press
in
conference
Jersey
won't even
City. But
happen.
Ariel, as we build the suspense toward the two of them taking the stage there in Beverly Hills, I mentioned we both dabbled in the pro wrestling idea and love through the past year. Now a WWE personality in some
You're
form.
not feeling Ryan's,
But on the Showtime Sports
little
extended
snakeskin
combat sports
fucking
calendar, we're talking about April 22nd, Davis
overall
Garcia
looking
pay-per-view.
shirt that
About
he's
March
wearing? I don't know what
25th,
that
also
is.
in Las Vegas, when super
weren't feeling
middleweights
that?
Caleb Plant and David Benavidez, two former champions, meet in a pivotal crossroads pay-per-view moment. We can talk a lot about what this means for maybe the deepest, most red-hot division, 168 boxing. I want to talk more about the sauce between them. Have you seen the videos? I say pro wrestling style, but there's nothing.
Tremendous.
There's nothing fake about this. The dislike between each other. Have you been, popcorn? Get your popcorn ready.
No,
or what?
you don't like the
Give me more
snake
of it.
skin?
And honestly, this
What
fight,
if it was
feels
like
it almost,
real?
creeped up on us,
I
right?
don't think it is.
What
What if it was
what
like
day is
real
today? March
snake
10th?
skin?
It's in 2 weeks.
They killed it.
Unbelievable, right? March 26th.
Today's March 9th. Tomorrow
Everything
night, Friday, March
themselves.
10th.
You don't think that would be?
Episode
You don't
1
think
of
that's
All
fine?
Access. Benavidez.
That's what I was thinking.
Will
Imagine I
debut on
kill the
Showtime,
snake,
but
I
of course,
skin
the
it, and
greatest
then
rapper
I
of all
put it in
time
my
died on
clothes.
March
Nah,
9th.
not feeling it.
I think the guys from third base are still alive.
What if it was like a
Shout out Biggie.
like a
Smalls.
big snake? Because that looked like a little baby
in any
snake. What if it
event,
was like
today,
an anaconda?
I'm more of a Q-tip guy.
something.
Everybody knows that.
It's like
I get
covering my
obsessed with it.
whole side.
you know,
It
that
like wraps
feeling, you know,
around
it's-
the whole shirt.
Yes.
Great.
I killed it and I
love this
skinned it
fight.
myself because I'm a man.
I actually am
What
going
if it
to
was
be a
something
homer
like
for
that?
this fight. Number
Would you
one,
like
I'm
the
not
shirt
working
then?
it. Number two, I don't know if
Or
some
no,
of
you
these
still
guys
not
here
feeling the
know,
whole little
when we
snake
did
skin
the
fucking
Tank Davis weigh-in back in
button up,
December of
whatever the fuck Ryan's wearing.
2021 against Isaac Cruz, Caleb
Still not
Plant
feeling
came
it?
on set,
Even if I
and he freaking
killed
left
the
me hanging.
snake
I
myself,
went for like the bro hug,
I
and he
skinned
left
it
me
and
hanging.
everything.
And so ever since then, he's been dead to me.
Definitely
And so
didn't
that's
eat
why
it
I'm all
because
about
that's
it.
just nasty.
I mean, you know,
I'm
Ariel,
very sensitive.
We're
still not feeling
making it a little bit about Ariel right now.
Well,
in the
it's been said that I like to do that,
It is-
right? I
it
mean,
is
you
been
asked for
said
my
that.
analysis. There's
I
my
did ask
analysis.
for it, but,
What do you think about the fight? You tell
look,
me.
Look, I love
Come on, you
this
can't
fight,
lie. You
not
can't
just
lie.
from the
If
idea
Ryan
of two
said,
former
right,
champions in such a contested
if he's
division,
wearing
which
that
has Canelo
fucking-
Alvarez, threats of Jamal
whatever that
Charlo
shit is,
moving
it
up,
look like
Demetrius
overalls.
Andrade, so many,
If he's
David
wearing
Morrell
that,
Jr., so many
right,
big names.
he just
But
said
do you
they
love
got
a
like
good grudge
proof
match?
that he
Because
killed
I
the snake
love
with
a
his
good
bare
grudge
hands.
match, and this certainly is one.
choked that
Plant has
motherfucker out. He
never,
grabbed his ass.
Love
Let me see.
shared
He grabbed his ass
anything,
by
but
the neck.
but
No, that looked wrong.
But
He grabbed
the
his ass by
opposite
the
of
neck,
love in the
right?
direction of the
He
Benavidez
just
family.
choked
There's
his ass
videos
out.
on YouTube of him and David
they
and older
skinned
brother
it,
Jose Jr.,
and then
father
they sewed
Jose
it into
Sr., the
his
trainer,
shirt.
nearly coming to blows. At the
Come
press
on, you can't
conference
lie.
to
That'll be
announce this
fire.
fight,
Oh my God.
the two teams had to be separated
fire.
before, during, and after the press conference. Am
I don't know, 'cause
easy in that
that
regard?
looked like a
You
little
give me
ass
a great
snake that
fight
they got on
already,
the
but you
shirt,
put
though.
the sprinkle on
'Cause
top
he
of
would've-
it of
that means he would've had to
legitimate
choke out a
dislike.
little, like,
Is that
garden
is that
snake.
easy or does that make
No,
me old
still
school
not
and love
feeling it.
exciting,
No.
amazing
Are you allowed to make a
moments?
pick?
What you mean?
You know, when it comes
Come
about time,
on.
Morning Combat has been known to make some strong picks. I mean, people still talking about me calling Woodley Till to a T. No one thought Francis would
Come
wrestle against
on.
Don
Really? You
except
just
for
went back to
me.
2018
Except
on
for
it?
me, you know, I've done some things.
He
I
is on the
predicted a
line.
draw and
What do you
Golovkin
mean?
Canelo
It's
won.
just a snake.
By finish, yeah.
Come on, you go.
Let the record show.
You go to the Everglades.
My point
You
ultimately
can choke
is
one
this.
of them out. Peter ain't gonna care.
I love the storyline. I love the grudge between them. but as a styles clash, let's say this fight had come to be a year ago. Would I like David Benavidez' chances more? Maybe. But Caleb Plant's turnaround over the past year with new trainer Stephen Breadman Edwards and that resounding viral knockout he had over former champion Anthony Durrell. Did you see this?
Yes, I did see it.
Yeah, see, how's it feel
left
to know
hook to the
that
body to bring
somebody
the guard
murdered a
down, left
snake?
hook on top. there's
to
something
make your
about what
purse.
the confidence of that has done to Caleb Plant that I think might change some of the dynamics
Someone
of this
murdered
matchup.
a
Something
snake
to watch as we get closer
to
down
make
the
your
schedule
little
here.
handbag
The
to
Showtime
walk
Sports is putting
around
together.
in.
I am happy that
carry
you
your
are
fucking
mentioning this. I think
makeup
Showtime,
or
correct me if I'm wrong, it's like
whatever you
9
carry in
events
a
in 8
purse.
weeks or something like that.
Yeah, 9 events in 10 weeks, a loaded schedule right now through the summer.
And it actually bothers me. I know I'm, more tied to MMA, but it really bothers me when I hear people say, "Oh, boxing is boring. Boxing is dead."
I know, we
Boxing,
gotta
in
go.
my
I
opinion,
gotta.
is on fire.
I'm
First of all,
gonna do
we're
what that
getting
dude be
this.
doing.
Second of all, we're getting that fight.
In the video,
And
one
not
last
to mention
snake, I
other
gotta
fights on
see
other networks
on
coming up.
Everglades
Some big
nature
fights that
trail,
we've
yeah.
been waiting for.
Gonna
Not
have
to
to do
mention,
what that dude
fights
be
that are
doing when he walking
potentially
around
in
the
the works. We
Everglades
talked about maybe a
barefoot.
Spence Cross. Like, there's a lot to like right now if you're a
crazy.
boxing fan. And you know what's great about it?
Walk around the
we're
Everglades
starting to see the
barefoot.
fights that historically don't get made, right? And that's what we want. And
Couldn't
I
be
actually
me, man.
feel. Shout out
And
to
I
the women.
saw-
I
I
feel
saw
like
he
the women over
posted
the past year and a
a
half or
video,
so have really
like he was
showed
walking
everyone.
in the
Make
swamp.
the fights. Make 1 versus 2. Make the undisputed
And he was
fight.
talking about, there's a little baby alligator right here, or whatever.
Super fights.
He's walking like in a swamp. You can't even
Whatever it
see.
takes. I mean, one of
And
my
then he
favorite
pans the camera.
athletes in the
He's
world
like,
is Katie Taylor. She can't fight
here's the
Amanda
mom
Serrano.
right
She's
here.
like, who's the next big fight?
And she's
right?
like under
Let's
the
make it
water,
happen.
right
And so I
next
love
to his
this.
fucking
And
leg.
this is what boxing
And you
needs
can't
more
even
of. And
barely
so
see her because
this
she's
fight, the
underneath
Benavidez fight is
the
great.
swamp water.
There's none bigger than April 22nd,
You can't even see
in
the
my
fucking
opinion. The great
ginormous.
thing
You can
about
barely see it.
all of these fights that we're talking about
Like,
is
I'd be
yeah, sure,
terrified
there's a
of
favorite. I
accidentally
think right now
stepping right
Gervonta is
next
the
to one.
favorite. If
And it just taking
I
your
think he
leg
should
over.
be experience-wise.
Yeah,
the threat of his
but
power.
really, like,
dude-
can you say for
that dude's
sure?
crazy.
It's not one of those where it's like, okay, we know this guy's going to win. Is it going to be over 7 rounds? Is it going to be just like I could see Ryan Garcia winning this
Well,
fight.
how about the chip on his shoulder that he carried at Wednesday's press conference, especially saying ultimately,
I don't know.
The speed,
I'm
the
gonna do it
power
though,
I have,
fuck
but
it.
I want to prove that I can outbox him too. I want to prove that my
crazy,
boxing
yeah,
has
fuck it.
improved under
Go
Joe
live
Goose,
on
and
you- on
the
YouTube and
idea
just fucking
of
walk around
what
the
if this fight
Everglades
isn't the
barefoot?
knockout
Fuck it.
we expect, but is an exciting back and forth, and it
I'll
becomes
box,
more of
yeah.
a
Do
chess
some
match.
crazy stuff.
That's something that Ryan Garcia is looking to prove. And on the flip side, does that put more pressure on Tank Davis because he's expected to win this by certain people? It's tough to see, but they are getting closer.
They are getting closer. Can I tell you something that annoys me real quick?
Yeah.
It actually reminds me a little bit of Valentina Shevchenko in MMA. Everyone brings up the Luke Campbell fight. It's like the one time he looked somewhat.
January of 2021, the biggest win to this point in the career of Ryan
Okay, but he
Garcia.
got a little raw. Okay, big deal. What about all the other fights? What about the 23 or 22 other fights that he's had where he's looked virtually unbeatable, right? I mean, we're holding on to that one Luke Campbell moment a little strong, if you ask me.
Hold on to 16 as long as you can is what John Cougar Mellencamp taught me growing up.
Because that was his most
moments
recent fight.
away.
So you'll do
in
that, but not
Beverly
run
Hills,
through a
Gervonta
mirror
Tank
maze.
Davis, King
No,
Ryan
I'm
Garcia.
not running through no mirror
Does it
maze. You're trying to make me
kind of
break my
expedited all this
face.
because I feel like ever
I think
since
it
then
did.
things started to happen.
I think it did. I think
Ryan
you-
was like, "Oh man."
I think he
Yeah,
wanted
let me
fulcrum on
run
this fight
full
being
speed
made,
through a
and,
fucking
and
mirror
really
maze.
The
De
potential
La Hoya
of it.
told me the same. He actually
Give
said
myself a damn
Participants are starting
concussion.
to sit down on the dais. We getting closer. Day 2 of the 2-city coast-to-coast
Hey, he
press
said
tour
they're starting to sit down.
ahead of the April
Let's go.
22nd pay-per-view, T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Moments away here. How about that reinvention by Leonard Ellerby, style-wise, fashion-wise, just rebranding?
He looks fantastic. By the way, I thought you were going to say, "How about De La Hoya's new abs?" Which also look
What?
fantastic. Have you seen these?
Well, I mean, his
Ariel
fantastic
always
word,
coming. What
they
the hell
they
was
look
that?
Great. I
Ariel?
wish I had abs like that.
Pause.
I don't know how much those cost.
Does that let you down that they're not real?
No, he's very open about it. I love that.
Okay.
We've
Oh, they're
talked
not
about
real.
It. He
They're
said,
implants?
"Look, it cost a pretty penny. It
He's
hurt
got
for a
ab
couple days,
implants?
but I've never felt better. And dare I say, he's never looked better."
Oh my
He's
god.
50 years old.
We can agree to disagree on
That
the
is
value
so-
of fake
ugh.
abs, but we'll
Listen.
He got
he's
ab-
flaunting them. He's looking good. I'll tell you someone who doesn't have fake abs. Mr. Bernard Hopkins.
Here it is. The
Fantastic.
time
Look at
is
BC
now.
up there.
Gervonta
Hey,
Tank
finally.
Davis, King Ryan Garcia, Beverly Hills, California. The participants are ready. From Ariel Hawani in 1 BC, we throw it to another.
Nice.
Let's hear from Brian Custer on stage in Los Angeles.
Hey, where's Tank?
Well, good
Tank.
afternoon, everybody.
Look at that
Wanna
boy,
welcome
Calvin
you
Ford.
To sunny
Look at Calvin
Southern
Ford. Here you go. He's
California.
in the. He got like shiny purple going on.
City of Angels, Los Angeles. This is the kickoff press conference for Davis versus Garcia. Brian Custer, it's my name. I'm the
Damn,
host
they
of
outside,
Showtime
son.
Championship Boxing.
They got that
And
sun. That
It's only
sun
appropriate
beaming
that
on
we're
his
here
bald
in
ass
Los
head.
Angeles because not even Hollywood can script what's going to go down on April 22nd on Showtime pay-per-view, we will have a legacy-defining showdown featuring two unbeaten stars in their prime, daring to be great. It will be one of the best fights of 2023. A clash of two stars stepping over the promotional broadcast barriers to deliver a mega fight. And with that said, let me introduce the fighters. And coming to the stage, young man, he's got blistering hand speed, one of the most deadliest left hooks in the sport of boxing. Unbeaten, 23-0, 19 knockouts.
Are they bringing out Ryan first?
He's known as
you think they
King
bring out
Ryan. He's Ryan Garcia.
You think they'd bring out Tank first because they in Ryan's hometown, but look at him. All right, check out the fit. What do you think? He got the, what's that, Gucci bag, Louis bag?
I like it. Okay, I see you. I see you. I thought you were going to come out in one of them suits. Oh,
Let me bring to the stage a young man.
Oh, Tank gonna be coming from the other side?
Whose box office? Right here, Mr. Garcia.
Okay, no.
His record speaks for
Oh,
itself.
there's your sparkling. You
He's
see
sold
it?
out arenas. He's broken
Ryan's
gate
little
records.
snakeskin joint is sparkling too.
DC, Brooklyn, Baltimore.
Uh-oh.
He's one of the most vicious punchers in the
Let's see
sport
what
of
Tank
boxing.
wearing. Let's see what he rocking.
His 93% knockout percentage.
And then
is
yeah,
one of the
we go.
best.
Y'all can vote
Even
who got
among
the better
current
fit
world
on.
champions. He's a 3-division, multi-world champion. He's also unbeaten. 28-0. 26 of his wins have come by knockout.
So look,
He
Ryan's
is
joint is
Gervonta
sparkling a little bit too.
Tank Davis.
All right, let's see what Gervonta won. He got the leather jacket on. He got the same chains on. He got what shirt is that? I can't tell who that is.
Okay. I see you, Sheriff.
Oh, he gonna get right up in this shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Here we go. Here we go. We like that. We like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They good. They good.
Yeah, they good. They good. Little. We like that.
This is what you have April 22nd. T-Mobile Arena. Two
Talk your shit.
unbeaten stars.
Talk your shit, son. Talk your shit.
Ryan Garcia.
Oh.
Gervonta
He
Tank
almost-
Davis.
Ryan's so goofy.
The winner takes their crown as one of
Oh,
the
shit.
pound-for-pound best in the sport of boxing.
What we want. Calvin. All right, gentlemen.
All right, fellas.
Tank looks serious, son. Ooh. Ooh.
You can take your seat.
Let's get it, y'all.
Take your seat. Give him a round of applause.
All right, who got the better fit on? Come on. Ooh, some of y'all like
Gervonta
Ryan's
Davis.
fit better?
Ryan Garcia.
It's like- Whose fit was better? Who fit better? Who y'all
I'm
think?
telling
Y'all
you.
think Ryan with the snakeskin
That's just a
joint?
preview of what you're going to
Or
see
you think Tank with the leather
on
jacket?
Showtime pay-per-view. April 22nd. Two of the best in the sport.
Yes.
Daring to be great, putting their O's on the line.
All right, that was some.
And of course, the winner,
You like Ryan's better
without
now?
question, takes his place as the new face.
You don't
of
like the leather
boxing.
jacket, huh?
The face.
Here's the particulars. April
Calvin
22nd. That's
still
what you need to
talking.
know. From the fight
I
capital of
love
the world,
Coach
Las
Calvin,
Vegas,
yo.
T-Mobile
That
Arena.
guy's hilarious.
And it's going to be produced by the destination for the best in boxing. That's Showtime pay-per-view.
So y'all like Ryan's
event-
outfit better now?
Well, it's brought to
You like the
by
snakeskin
Premier
purple sparkle
Boxing
joint?
Champions. It's being promoted by GTD Promotions, a subsidiary of Gervonta Tank Davis, TGB Promotions, and Golden Boy
I was underwhelmed by Tank's.
Promotions.
Yeah, Tank's outfit was
Tickets
a little bit
go
better
on sale
yesterday. They still
Friday,
talking. Look at them. They still talking.
March 10th. You can purchase those tickets through AXS.
I know. I don't know who that is on Tank's shirt.
AXS.com. Pre-sale started today. Pre-sale will go through 10 p.m. Eastern. Use the code BOXING.
That got a little heated. We like those. They got a little heated. What you think? What you think about that first little face-off?
Now, some of the preliminaries who helped make this fight happen. I'm going to start with a man who's the lead promoter, one of the best matchmakers in the business. He is the president of TGB Promotions, Mr. Tom Brown.
Thank you, Brian. I'm going to keep this real short and to the point today, because I know who you actually came to see and hear from today. I want to say again thank you to everyone that came together to make this fight happen. And we all know who really made this fight happen was Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. So thanks, guys, and we have a hell of a show. Got a lot of people speaking today, so I'm going to sit back down and wait for
that face-off was good. Yeah, we like that.
On the 22nd of April.
Get a little bit physical. We like that. We gonna need a part 2 after. They're gonna do the face-off after the press too.
Here. This
so
man is
let's see if it get
royalty
heated
when
again.
you talk about fighting. He's a Hall of Famer. Was the undisputed champion at middleweight. He's also one of the partners of Golden Boy Promotions. Ladies and gentlemen, Bernard Hopkins.
Come on, keep it short and sweet this time, man. Come
Thank
on.
you.
We just want to hear them talk their shit.
This fight reminds me
we
of
wanna
the
hear.
80s, also the early 90s. I come from a big city called Philadelphia, right? It's what we do, and it's what we like. And then around the world, the fans has been craving it. Thanks to Tank, thanks to Ryan, for the fans and myself, for making this fight happen. Because without y'all, I wouldn't be here, and it wouldn't be a fight. So enjoy the fight. Tell all your friends, even the ones you don't like, to watch this fight. Thank you.
Even ones you don't like. Thank you. Keeping it short and sweet. Come on.
Thank you, B-Hop.
We just want to get to the good shit.
Let me bring to the podium now. This man's the chairman and the CEO of Golden Boy Promotions. Again, Hall of Famer.
Leonard
One of
Ellerby.
the greats. Multi-world champion. One of the best to ever put on some gloves. Here is Mr. Oscar De La Hoya.
Oh, he brought up Oscar De La Hoya there? Not Leonard Ellerby? Okay.
Thank you. Let me start by saying
Oh, God.
something that no other promoter in the world can say and talk about, and that is legacy.
What?
Okay? This is where
Every promoter
legacy
can talk about that.
starts for both fighters. Both fighters are fighting somebody who's undefeated, somebody
All right,
who's
come
been
on,
a
bro.
champion.
We already went through this yesterday, bro.
Of their
Come on.
career.
We just want to hear them talk.
This
not
is
you.
a whole new level.
He's making this shit all about him, bro.
This is a whole new experience. Coming out to that ring, bright lights, Las Vegas, but fighting somebody undefeated who has your skill level, who has your will and determination. This is what boxing is all about. I understand it. I've been through it. Hopkins has been through it. So I want to say thank you, Tank Davis, for wanting this fight, for making this fight. But I want to thank Ryan Garcia for wanting this fight for years. This is what it's all about. Boxing is alive. And the winner will be the face of the sport. So may the best man win. But thank you very much to the fighters because the fans are going to win. Thank you.
Thank you, Oscar.
Okay. Now Leonard Ellerby.
Let me bring to the podium again another one of the promoters. This man is CEO of Mayweather Promotions. He is Mr. Leonard Ellerby.
Thank you. Monster event. April 22nd, this is a must-see event. If the fans can't be in attendance, be sure to tune in because from round one, I will guarantee you it will be nothing but fireworks, and this fight will definitely end in a knockout. Thank you.
Man, short and sweet. Love that.
That's how we like it.
certainly, as you can take a look here, we've got boxing
Are
royalty
they gonna
here on
bring
the
a
dais.
Boosin or Cal?
There's a number of luminaries out here in the crowd. I saw Kenny Porter here. I know he's been working with the Davis camp. Good to see you, Kenny Porter, one of the best trainers. From the NFL, I saw Brandon Marshall here. Good to see Brandon Marshall here. Good brother of Kappa Alpha Psi as well. So I got to say hello to Brandon Marshall. And I saw, talking about boxing royalty and multi-division champions, Abner Morris. Talking about Southern California, my Showtime colleague. Abs, good to see you, brother. I'll see you this weekend. Another guy talking about boxing royalty. He's worked with all these luminaries. He's one of the guys who helped put this whole thing together. I always call him one of boxing's best friends. What he's doing for the sport, what he's done for the network is just amazing. He's the president of Showtime Sports. My guy, Steven Espinoza.
Espinoza, man. Come on,
Thank you.
man.
Thank you,
Espinoza
Brian.
always going his little long
You know,
ass
up here, I didn't do the math exactly, but we got probably close to 500 years of boxing experience standing here on the stage. That means some of us are really old. But it also means that there are a lot of boxing experience here on this stage. And these are the types of days, and these are the types of events that remind us all why we got into this sport and why we are fans of this sport. And I guarantee you, with all the experience and all the events all these guys have been through, including myself, each one of us has got goosebumps right now because the energy and the adrenaline on nights like this is something that only boxing can provide. And that's why we're so thrilled to be announcing this addition to the Showtime calendar. Boxing's had a great year. I know sometimes in this sport we're a little bit negative, but there's no doubt about it. Boxing has a lot of momentum. You know, on Showtime this weekend, we've got a great fight, Tim Tszyu versus Tony Harrison from Australia. Another great pay-per-view 2 weeks after that. A grudge match in itself, David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. Actually, between now and April 22nd, we've got 9 fights in 11 weeks. But this fight, Gervonta and Ryan, is one of the cornerstones. It's a throwback fight.
Come on, man.
As Bernard said, a fight and a rivalry that is as big as any in the sport. This telecast is being produced and distributed by Showtime Pay-Per-View, will be available across a variety of pay-per-view distributors, including DAZN Pay-Per-View. We'll be doing 2 episodes of All Access, April 1 and April 7. And if you want to hear exactly what was said between Ryan and Tank yesterday on that stage and today on that stage, I guarantee, tune into All Access, you'll hear every word of it. I'm not going to take a lot of time. We know who you guys want to hear. I just want to, again, salute the fighters. This is exactly the kind of fight that reflects the best that this sport has to offer. 2 young stars, both in their prime, the 2 most exciting young fighters in the sport, 2 of the best trainers in the sport. But outside the ring, the storylines are even better. As different as these 2 fighters are, physically, their personalities, their styles, they're very alike.
Hear them
in one
talk,
way.
man. Come on.
What these 2 young men have overcome, what Tank and Ryan have been through, the obstacles they've conquered, it's the stuff of Hollywood movies. Mike Tyson said once, "You never lose until you give up." And giving up is the one thing that neither of these 2 fighters have done. And that's why I know April 22nd will be a classic fight. It's because these 2 superstar fighters are willing to take that challenge. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen, for those words. All right, let's hear from some of the guys out here on the dais. And we'll start here to my left, to your right. One of the newest members of the International Boxing Hall of Fame. You talk about one of the great trainers. I mean, first of all, his family is one of the great families of boxing. Tremendous respect for him, Mr. Joe Goosen.
Thank you very much, Brian. How you doing? Look, these are great guys. Look, I mean, Ryan and Tank, they're going to have it out on the 22nd, no doubt. And they're going to have a few words at these press conferences, and that's nothing unusual. But what is unusual is the talent of these guys. I mean, you've got And I've said it to Ryan before. I've trained a lot of guys over the decades. He is probably one of the most unique individuals I've ever trained in many, many ways. And I'm sure Calvin could say the same thing for Gervonta. You know, he's a special fighter. But I've also got one right here. He's probably one of the most dynamic guys I've ever worked with in terms of speed, power, ring IQ, determination, courage. This is going to be a great fight. I think, you know, both camps realize that these guys are at the top of their game, and they're going to put on a great show for the fans. And I said it yesterday. I don't do every pay-per-view. I don't buy every pay-per-view. But if I were not
Calvin got on.
to be
What's that? Is
luckily
that
enough in the
Versace?
corner for this fight,
Is that
I would
Versace?
be pay-per-viewing this
Calvin got
fight
on?
for sure. That's how great it's going to be. And I really can't wait till we get down to the final couple days and get in that ring, and let's find out who the best in the world is. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. I see you and Tank been coat shopping together. I like the leather.
All right, let's bring up my man, Coach Calvin. Come on.
Dana
We
Pump
love
here,
Coach Calvin.
The Pump brothers do philanthropy. The Watson, Sam Watson, one of the faces of boxing. Judge Mathis, my man, Judge Mathis. All right. Let's go here to another great trainer. He owns that Upton Gym in West Baltimore. Some of y'all know him from The Wire. Others know him as a great trainer and the trainer of Gervonta Davis. He's Mr. Calvin Ford.
How many deers are we gonna get? We do what we do. How many of them we gonna get?
Hey, what's going on? Had to change my swag up with these guys. Goodness gracious, boy, to keep up with these youngins, boy, I don't know. Thank you. Hey, you can't write this, man.
Yo, he's like that fun
I'll
uncle
go back
you
on
got.
something that Floyd said, man, on national TV. Is Gervonta is the face of boxing? He said, absolutely right. That's it, y'all. You can't write this, man. Can't write this. We got two of the best, young, going at it, undefeated. Y'all got to get this fight right here. You got to be in front of a string or there. Because they're going to put on the show. I know my little man. I know what he's going to do. It's all about the fans with him. He don't care about his performance. I told him this got to be the best performance I ever seen. And y'all haven't seen the best of Gervonta Tank Davis yet. Is you willing to bring that out of him? You see him, y'all. He came right for the party. Look how oh, man. No, it does. That's what I'm saying. He made it happen. These guys are showing how boxing supposed to be. Y'all keep saying boxing is dead. Nah. The youngins are coming. And this is the start right here. Y'all look good doing it. See, look, they keep saying boxing is dead. It's not dead. They coming. This is the start. They starting it off to bring that future behind them. I wish the best for both of y'all. Y'all gonna do y'all thing. We're gonna put on a show that everybody gonna be like, man, I wanna fight now. And that's what it's all about. Creating, elevating, keep moving. Let's do this, y'all. Here? My man.
Brother Ford, thank you. See, Brother Ford didn't upgrade the wardrobe. He didn't Versace. I see you, Calvin Ford. Okay.
I know Calvin got the best outfit
All
up
right,
there.
listen. You guys came here. You wanna hear from the fighters.
We like Coach Calvin's
So let's bring it
fit.
to the podium. Man, this guy, he looks good. He fights good. And he's got a left hook that will chin check you and put you on your arse. He's unbeaten.
Let's see if he talks some shit.
There's a reason why they call him the king.
Come on.
King Ryan Garcia.
I want to give thanks to God, my Father in heaven, before I speak. This is a huge event. As you can see, it's the biggest fight of the year, probably in the next 3 years, 4 years. But it's such a big event, but I know I'm coming out on top. It's one moment. It's one thing to get to the moment. It's another to conquer the moment. So I'm not just happy that we're here. I made it happen, but now I'm focused on winning. I don't care about just making it a big fight. It's great that it's a huge fight,
that was
but I'm
all
here to
one
win.
shirt.
And I promise you, I got the heart, I got determination you've never seen before. You like to fight guys that don't hit hard, but guess what? I do hit hard. And when I hit you with that left hook, yeah, what else? You're gonna see. Watch. When I hit you with it, you're gonna be like, "What? You're on the floor.
What else?
Sleep.
What else?
Good night."
What else?
Exactly. What else? Then you're gonna wake up in the hospital. What else? I'm awake now. What else? You're gonna wake up. Then when you wake up, then what?
Complete fighter.
Then when you get slept, all right, you're gonna see in the ring.
You're not a complete
You're gonna
fighter.
see in the
You
ring.
don't got no footwork.
Okay.
You don't got no
Okay.
IQ.
Okay.
You don't got nothing, bro.
Oh, thank you. You gave me everything. You gave me. Listen to your coach. You're giving me everything, Dad. I know what I got to work on now. Good one. Good one. Good one. You're so smart, man. You're so. When you get up here, you better finish a sentence. When you get up here, I need to hear something.
That's all.
All right, we're gonna be ready to do it. I've been called out. You know, I've been calling him out for a while. I see a lot of things I could knock you out with.
What else but a hook?
Okay, so when you get hit with the right hand, then what?
Your right hand ain't shit.
Okay, we're gonna see.
Your right hand ain't shit.
Okay, cool. And you couldn't knock out Cruz, who was what? Smaller than small. You couldn't do a lot of things.
You only got a left
You
hook.
couldn't do. You were losing to Barrios, were you not? Were you not losing to Barrios? Were you not? Okay, so he won. So he won. So it was. You see, I'm not even worried about it. Not even worried about it. So why'd you weight drain me? So why'd you weight drain me? So why'd you weight
Oh, he
drain
wearing
me?
a De La Hoya shirt.
So why'd you fight at 140? I'm small. Look, I'm little. I got a little friend. Hey, you gonna be? I got heels
got
on.
heels
Okay,
on.
and you had a purse on yesterday. Shut up. Okay, come on now. Yeah, you got one on now. Come on, man. I'm gonna beat him. I'm gonna knock him out, and that's it. We'll see you April 22nd.
Okay, Ron. We like that. It's all good shit. We like that. Now we got. Come on, Tank. Tank gonna bring the heat. Come on. Put Tank on the mic. Put Tank on the
Out of
mic.
Baltimore.
That's right.
Hurry up.
He's unbeaten as well. 28-0. 26 of his wins
Come on,
have
son,
come by
hurry up.
knockout. He is Gervonta Tank Davis.
Oh, he ready to go too. Look at.
This guy I keep talking about, he gonna hit me with a hook. He don't have nothing else but a hook. What else you gonna hit me with? What else? What else? That's all he has. It's a hook. He's not a complete fighter. He's not. And that's why when come April the 22nd, I'm gonna walk you to the deep waters and I'm gonna drown you. They're gonna have to pick you up. Bernard, Oscar, and Joe Goose are gonna have to pick him up, and I promise you that. I promise. And that's it from me.
Okay. Yeah, he wearing an Oscar De La Hoya shirt.
All right, let's talk about the fight.
Okay.
Here we go.
Now this face-off is gonna get
Let's get
real
into it.
interesting after this.
Because yesterday, I mean, everything was nice and civil. And Tank, they always talk about there's levels to this sport. You said yesterday, Ryan Garcia is a great fighter. But from a skills perspective, is Ryan Garcia as skilled as Gervonta Tank Davis?
No. That's all he do. That's all he talk about is a left hook. They always talk about one punch. One punch. That's it. When you're a set fighter, a complete fighter, you can do everything. 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 You can't just depend on one punch. What happened when the one punch don't work? You gotta rely on something else. Come on, bro.
Ryan, same question to you in your response to Gervonta.
I mean, I'm gonna just let him think what he thinks. I mean, if he thinks all I have is left hook, I'm gonna keep letting him believe that. I mean, it's all on him. I mean, he's gonna run into other shots and then he's gonna be confused. So it don't really matter. He just sounds dumb right now. If he watched any of my fights, he understands that I got a lot of other punches. So
like what?
Okay.
Like what?
And you haven't watched my fights, so why are you speaking? No, you haven't. So all I got is left hook. So all I do in my fights is a left hook. All right.
That's it. Left hook.
And you took forever to knock out Fonseca. I knocked out Fonseca in one round with what? A left hook. It's just blessed by God. Don't be mad. The left hook's blessed by God. I know you angry. I know you mad, but it's okay. Maybe all I need is a left hook. Maybe that's all it's gonna take. Damn. Maybe it is. Maybe I just got a left hook. Thank you, God.
Ryan, when you read when people write about this fight, one of the things they said is, how is Ryan Garcia going to keep Gervonta Davis off of him? Can you expound to us on that?
I mean, he's going to try to walk me down like he was saying yesterday, but when he feels shots like this, he's not going to want to do that. And when I hit him to the body and take a lot of the, aggression out of him, he can't do that the whole fight. I mean, he could try, but once he starts getting touched that body, it's going to be different. I mean, I got a lot of ways to stop him. I mean, he gets hit a lot. You see Leo Santa Cruz was putting so many hands on him.
What happened to Leo Santa Cruz?
Yeah, great. He found the shot.
Sleep.
That's why you're a great fighter.
He probably still sleep. And you right behind him.
All right, that's funny.
And that's a fact.
That was funny. But, like I said, I got a lot of things to stop him.
Pants off.
Oh my! Don't even talk about style. I don't even know what you were wearing yesterday. You look like you fell through a rainbow. Like, just stop, man. You look like you danced with a unicorn. Just stop, man. You woke up in the 2001's vintage store. Just stop right now, please.
Ryan was thinking about that all night last night. He was waiting to say something about his fit.
Ryan brought up an excellent point that
Ryan definitely came up with that last night.
Gervonta Tank Davis does take some shots, and Ryan Garcia is a heavy puncher. Can't that be detrimental to Gervonta Tank Davis in this fight?
Didn't Brian get caught by Luke Campbell? Do I hit harder than Luke Campbell? Do I hit way harder than Luke Campbell? Yes or no, Ryan?
Okay.
Huh?
You don't even understand. All right.
Oh, okay.
All right. How tall was Luke Campbell? You ever think about that? How tall are you?
Bro, you're not
Just
even
stop,
that tall.
man. That's a different
The crazy
range
thing,
shot.
I thought
It was a great
taller than
shot.
that. I thought you was way taller than that.
That's great. Is that what you were scared of?
Nah,
Are you scared of height? Like, come on, man. If that was what you were scared of, man, that was okay.
Barrio was way taller than him.
Give us some insight, because that face-off, intense. In New York, intense. Can you give us some
Barrios
insight,
is
Ryan?
taller.
What did you say to Tank, and what did you see when you finally got the opportunity to look at him in his eyes?
I mean, I'm not here to lie. He's ready to fight. I can see that. He wants to bring it. It's not, he doesn't look scared. He's just ready to fight. I am too, though. I know he feels that. We're both got fire in our eyes. That's it.
Gervonta, same question. When you looked in his eyes, what'd you see out of Ryan Garcia? What'd you guys say to each other?
He been on the front run for the people. That's it. That's it. I see a guy that's I act. That's what he is. I act. That's what it is. Like when he see me in the club, what you ask me? Be honest.
I said, are we gonna fight? I went up to your table by myself.
No, you
gotta
did not.
how many people
you
you
didn't
had?
say that.
Come on, man, you're not confident. You gotta roll with a million
can we
people. I roll by
are we
myself.
gonna be friends
I roll by
after
myself.
the fight? Then you asked, was we gonna be friends after the fight or no?
You talking about? I said we can be friends after the fight. Doesn't everybody do that? You're weird. You got no class. You got no class. So you want to just act big and bad in the club? Come on, man, relax.
For the people, they saw each other in a club here in L.A., and it kind of went left. Let's get back to the fight. Let's get back to the fight. Guys.
Damn, ain't nobody getting no video of that?
The winner of this
I'm trying to
fight,
peep that.
in your opinion, takes his place where when we talk about this division? 140, 135, in your opinion, Ryan?
The top. Nobody else could do this. Nobody else could put this type of event. So whoever wins this is on top. It's point blank simple.
Nah, you gotta fight Devin.
Whoever wins is the face of boxing, like everybody's been saying, and I truly believe that. After
you gotta
this,
fight Devin. Come on.
Everybody's pay-per-view
Devin got
numbers
all
are
the
going to
belts.
go up, either for him or myself, and it's just that simple.
Gervonta, your impressions. The winner of this fight is where in this division?
I feel as though I'm already that guy in the sport. Canelo going out the door. All these guys is. I'm the face of boxing. Let's just say that. And after this one, it's just me getting over the hump. That's it.
We'll wrap it up with this. Because we're in Los Angeles, Hollywood, all these people have come out here. I always like to ask you guys this.
He broke his whole family. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No. For all these people who are going to turn into Showtime pay-per-view, come out to Las Vegas, spend their money, Ryan Garcia, tell these folk what they're going to get April 22nd.
You're gonna get a special moment. You can feel the energy. Something special is gonna happen. Stay tuned. I'm gonna knock him out. That's it.
Gervonta Tank Davis, tell the people what's going to happen on April 22nd and what they're going to get.
I'm gonna knock him out. Nah, but it's gonna be an explosive fight, man. I mean, if you don't watch boxing, this the fight to watch, for sure. If you can get there, make sure y'all there. If you can't, make sure y'all buy the pay-per-view, because it's gonna be a good one for me.
There it is.
For me.
Again, April 22nd, T-Mobile Arena.
Come on, face
the
them all.
fight capital
Let's
of the
go.
world, Las Vegas.
Come on.
And it's being produced, and it goes down on Showtime pay-per-view. Tickets on sale tomorrow.
Come on, he milking it now. Come on.
AXS.com. The
do the
pre-sale
face-off. Come on.
until 10 p.m. tonight. Use the code BOXING. It's what you want, folks. It's what boxing needs, what the sport needs. Two unbeaten at their best, in their prime, going at it, daring to be great. Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, for coming out, for tuning in. We'll see you April 22nd.
Nah, come on. You got to do another face-off. Come on.
We're going one group shot.
Oh, let's go.
Good job. Good job, brother.
They're not going to face off again? Oh, no, they are. Are they? Come on. Come on, we need a round two. Come on.
You did it. You know what I mean? You did it. That's what I was thinking about. That's what I was thinking. Remember that?
Media, while we're doing this group shot, we'll let you know that Ryan Garcia.
Brian Campbell and Ariel Helwani back with you here in Jersey City. You're looking live in Beverly Hills. Day 2 of the Gervonta Davis King Ryan Garcia press conference. And Ariel, I'd say it was a advancement of the iciness between them on day 2. A lot of little fireworks and jabs we saw here.
Loved it. Loved everything about it. Loved today's more than yesterday's. Obviously, they were a little more on time, but the tension, the back and forth. I mean, can we just talk about the characters on stage right now? The characters are look at Joe Goosen over there. I mean, he looks fantastic.
Well, he's the best dressed man in boxing going back about 4 decades, and Joe Cool.
Mr. Ford over there is looking pretty damn good as well.
No. Alvin Ford, the trainer of Gervonta Davis, shining.
Leonard Ellerbe looking tremendous with the new beard.
Am I getting Uncle Phil vibes?
Very
from
much
Bel Air.
so.
They are in Beverly Hills.
Fashion is just, there was once a time where guys would show up in their tracksuits or whatever. Not today. I love Ryan. Maybe 1 or 2 more cargo pockets than I would, ask for on my pants, but it's a nice move. He can pull it off.
A very strong cardigan game from Ryan Garcia, as we talked about earlier when you FaceTimed him here. It was a little bit of a chicken match of who would go first, but they got there close enough to the starting time this time. And Gervonta Davis going aggressively with this purse on day 2 here.
Yes.
They won the green purse. Day 2 really making some fashion challenges.
I can't wait for this face-off.
All jokes aside, they faced off the start, and you wondered if we were going to have a Canelo versus Caleb Plant presser situation all over.
I mean, it was like seconds away, milliseconds away. They were both tremendous, and we're looking at Ryan Garcia right now, and we're being told that maybe no face-off, so I guess we got it off the top. I'm a little bit disappointed that we're not getting one on the button back, but
yeah, I know.
I guess not. It looks like Ryan's holding court
shit.
here with the media, and good for them for getting to ask some questions. But I thought, and we were talking about this as it was going on, here's a guy, Ryan Garcia, who obviously has a spotlight on him, who obviously is very popular, who is no stranger to the limelight, but this is the biggest fight and the biggest promotion of his career, biggest opponent, all that. His confidence, his maturity,
they don't do like some
how calm, cool, collected he is, actually is a little surprising. He's not stuttering. He's not stumbling.
It's been impressive. And
he's leading the dance here.
So let me take that comment and bring it back to you and phrase it this way.
Ryan definitely did good at press conference.
There's a lot of people that'll tell you nothing matters except for when these two touch gloves in the ring April 22nd, Las Vegas. And to some degree, I'll agree with that. But how often do we say in sports, in combat sports, it's 90% mental? I've often called this type of setting the extreme close-up of the press tour, the expected tense face-off as the fight before the fight.
Yeah.
There's some element of advancement.
All right, thank you all for tuning into the stream so far. That was a fun one. That was a fun little face-off we got. All right. I'll catch y'all in the next video on the next stream. Whichever. See ya.